know I'm officially a nurse. And as a nurse, it is our responsibility to take care of our patient. Love them, cherish them. You understand? It is our job. Care for them. And the Bible says once a man, twice a child. We all know what that means. I went on a 2-week work experience in a nursing home in Salem, Montego Bay. When I went to that nursing home, as usual, they will greet you and make everything seems normal, beautiful smile, and if when I was there in the evening, I realized something, that a particular nurse bathed one of the patients who had defecate. She didn't change the water. She used about the same water, the one water, to clean the patient. And then she poured her, put her on her clothes and whatever. So in the evening before I leave, like way down in the night before I leave, I went to change this patient underwear, and because she was itching her skin. When I went around, the patient smelled like a toilet. I'm going to be honest. She smelled stink because she wasn't clean properly. I cleaned her up and I left. I get back to work the next day. When I get back to work the next day, I was supposed to bathe patient, feed them, all of these things. I got a bottle of soap that was in the bathroom that they said they to use to bathe the patient. When I took the bottle of the soap, I realized it's not the same soap that's inside the bottle. When I check it out, it is the retail liquid soap that we use to do dishes, clean floor, all of these things that burns up your skin, that can actually burn your skin. So just imagine an elderly person, 80, 70, up in their 90s and 100 and so, and you use retail liquid soap to bathe that patient, especially to wash their private parts. That is cruelty, right? Now, I've witnessed how they feed these patients, hardly feeding them any food. I've heard patients complain that when their family bring fruits or ensure whatever it is for them, the nurses take it for themselves. I've never witnessed it before, but I've witnessed how they feed them. They are going to give a patient half of a spicy bun with 1 cup of water and saying that's snacks. What nonsense is that? Are you giving the patient a slice of bread and you cut it in 2 halves with a cup of tea for supper? These patients are whole. You have to give them healthy things to eat. Now, I've seen patient get slapped because he spit on us. There was a deacon that is on the nursing home, and he kept cursing words, and I'm saying to myself, how is this man a Christian, but he keeps cursing word and just cursing. But I realize it's when you pull his pampas to clean him or to bathe him, that's when he start cursing. Everything else is fine. And then I went down there evening, I heard him cursing, and then I look over, I saw the nurse that was pulling. He didn't have on any pants, and she was pulling on his penis and letting it go, and he was cursing because he can realize that something that irritated him, he didn't like it. Now for others that may seem like the norm, but for me that is an assault for the elderly person. This is a sexual assault for the elderly person. No, they neglect these patients. They don't have any bed rail, and they leave the patient unattended, let them fall off of the bed, burst the head and these things. You understand? They put bleach in the water. Sometimes they put excessive bleach in the water. You can smell the bleach on the patient. Instead of they use Dettol. You understand? And instead of they use a Dove soap or these things to bathe the patient, get lotion and these. The patient they're not doing that. Patient have bed sores. Sheets are not changed properly. The chucks, the pad is not changed properly. They don't change the pad often. They don't change the sheet often. You understand? It's like they do it, and when you talk, they're going to say they're not being paid properly to do certain things. Now, I want to ask the question, if you're a nurse and you have taken on the vow to care and cherish and look after the elderly, why would you go in there to say you're not getting paid enough? It is better to leave and go find something else more than you take the people and work and abuse the patient. No, I've spoken about all that was happening because a patient defecate, one of my patient defecate, and I asked for wipes. They're telling me to. I said to them, I cannot use tissue on my patient because when you use tissue, they are not cleaned properly and they are not been cut. Their hair, private hair, are not been cut. So tissues are going to clog up on it. We can get the patient infection and these things. So I asked for wipes. She's going to tell me that when I'm using the toilet, if I use wipes, bear in mind I'm an adult, can help myself, I shave myself. So if I use tissue, I do have wipes. So as a patient who can't do anything and you don't shave this patient, why would you want to use tissue? You have to use wipes, and when you finish with the wipes, you get a disinfectant with water, you clean the patients properly. They're old, you don't want them to get any infection and all of these things. And when I spoke out about this nurse feel offended because she's going to tell me what I needed to do was to use the tissue. That the first I used the Pampers and wipe down the feces and then use the tissue. And then I said, no, I'm not doing that. And I spoke out about how they're treating the patient. She told me to take my things and leave the nursing home, which I did. Went back to my school to get a replacement. When I went to my school and I leave from my school because my teacher wasn't there, and I went to pick up my daughter. I noticed that the cleaner who was there who attacked me, you understand? She attacked me. And when I went to pick up my daughter at her school, I noticed the cleaner was behind me. So I was wondering why she followed me. So I start making videos because I have the evidence in my phone. I start making videos of her following me. Tonight, one of my nurses texted me and said she overheard the supervisor saying that she had sent the cleaner. She set up the cleaner against me, or set the cleaner to come against me, to harm me or whatever. So I'm going to the police station tomorrow to make a report because it's my safety and I'm not going to make anybody kill me. So I can get to grow my 2 girls because of cruelty and of treating patients like adult in animal in nursing home. And I'm making this video as an insurance, and I also want nurses to understand if you can't do the job, leave. Do not treat people like they're animals. And this nursing home is owned by a nurse and a doctor, so there are a lot of things that are being covered up. Now, if I speak out to you as a nurse and tell you what is been happening and saying you're to care for the patient, why you feel so offended that you will set somebody on me to put my life in danger for talking out? Now I want to say this to everybody on here. You see, if you have your mother, your father in a nursing home, check on them, your aunt, whatever, check on them, because these people are not being treated properly. They're being abused in all different forms. And they're covering up because they want money and all these things. And I don't want it to just stay on TikTok. I want you to share it on other social media platforms so people can understand what is happening in the home. They're being starved, beaten, abused, verbally abused, neglected. And all manner of evil happen to these persons. And the nurses that are on duty don't care. They don't follow the books. They treat these people like they are nothing. And then they come to say they save life and they respect life. They don't respect any life. And I'm talking about, and I will not be afraid to stand up for what is right. And I will not be afraid to talk for what is right. I was chosen by God to be a nurse, and I will do what's right. And I choose to care for people, and that is what I will be doing as a nurse.
People, everything what she said right here, so, is corruption.
When I see what go on, that's in a Salem, Montego Bay, the nursing home down there. So people, if you don't have a relative down there, you go and go check on them. Because if she's a nurse and she can come out and I say this, and because she come out and say this, them threaten her. You understand? Guys, when you go check on the loved ones, when you see what happen, when I pay on the money and them abuse the family, not even food. Oh, when you cannot give the old people 1 piece of bread and little water for drink and call that supper. Piece of bun. Eh? True, she tell now, when I do everything now. If they're man to go be a CLM, nursing home. She never called the name of the nursing home. But on know the one nursing home down there. For the having a family, go and go check on the family and take them out. Cause listen, on the sign over on the family to hellhole. One night time, my sister asked if I do put my auntie in a one. And I said to her, I say, no, me not sign it. Because some of them, a hell you put your people them in a. You understand? You pay all this $1,000 them ask for. And we are pay all these $1,000. A hell your family them living now. Guys, go and check for your family them in the nursing home. Cause not pay for the family get abused. We not pay them money for the family get abused. No food them not get to eat. Them I use dishwashing liquid I give the people them bath a bit them. All kind of sin thing. And now, they want to hurt the young lady. Just like how the... I can't shut my mouth. Nah, go away. Guys, listen, this is another one. I see when I go talk about that one, yeah? I not have no sympathy for that one, yeah?
We look at you box thing. Pass your Jordan, pass your We look at you box thing.
Only see what happened at the high school today. I want to hear the little boy where I do the video. You hear what him a say? Analyze it, analyze it, analyze it. You see how the little boy I punched the little girl? Well, me a talk it out of my nice clean mouth. Arrest the two of them. Them can't be pitney as much. Arrest the two of them. Charge them. Charge the one where I take the video and I say unalive. All of them are celebrate. Meanwhile, the boy a punch her. God was up on her side. When him lick her up on the concrete. Luckily, her head never lick the concrete. If we not sing a different tune tonight. Me don't want to hear the mama and the boy come out, come say nothing. Because what that child do to that other child, if he get arrested, lock him up, charge him, make an example out of them school pitney. Them a gone on too bad. Lock him up, charge him.
Pass your Jordan, pass your
This is what I'm going to school for most of them. Jordan. Do it, Jordan. Do it. We can't call the word prayer, so. Jordan, Jordan. I wanna chant him on. No love no in them heart no more. So if them want act like growing up, treat them like growing up. Lock them up. Then the mother them come out here cry. Cry about what? Lock them up. Them know exactly what them a do. You hear the one I call Jordan. Do it, do it, do it. The other word him say. Him a chant that. Then when them police lock them up, the mama them run out. Me pick the innocent. Him never mean it. Look how him a deal with the little girl. Look how him a deal with the little girl. He know say make him give her one lick. Him lick her, punch her, and then carry up on the concrete. And one of the pretty them cuss out the biggest bad one. Suppose I head the lick on the concrete. God up on the little girl's side. God up on the little girl's side. God up on her side, may I tell you. Them a pitney where you have no ideas. Them a no ideas pitney. And some different breed of pitney them. Hear them in the school a chant, Jordan, do it, do it, do it. Me I say it even nice. Cause we come out of a little boy mouth. I can't even repeat it as a big woman.
You look at your box thing. Pass your Jordan, pass your Jordan.
This all over social media. I hope this was sent to the police officer. I hope this was sent to the police them at Jamaica. Them need to make an example out of the one where say, Jordan, do it, do it. And the one where a man angered the little girl. If only not stop him from now, he might gonna be a certified woman beater. Somebody has said to me, maybe I will live in the environment where I live, and probably under stress. Even if you're under stress, you have one of people under stress. Now think evil like where I think. Look how Jaden under stress. You see Jaden go to school and beat nobody, so. Some of them have devil intention. Even when him done beat the little girl, him carry her and go drop her down on the concrete. Him know exactly what him a do. Him want to hurt her. Even when him done beat her to sickness, him still carry the concrete. Him not done with her. Him a make sure him finish her up.